What's up, guys? This is Mickey Redemption 666 coming at you. And I was kind of like touching on this morning off camera. Trying to get some chocolate off me. But I wanted to do this video on Friday or Saturday, but I just wanted to do it now. And this is awareness for sexual harassment / rape. And it's like basically saying, right, that not all women get raped. Boys gets raped also. And because of this, men get falsely accused by it. Now I've seen I have seen a Facebook post saying that apparently this was on the Daily Mail or the Daily Mirror, that a boy hanged himself because of a false accusation rape claim, and the mother was deeply heartbroken by it. Now, it is not a fucking laughing matter when it comes down to rape. It is not. Because as I've said in my King's Speech I've been accused of rape 3 times in 6 months. And that was when I was in like care, been put into care. I was accused by it 3 times. Alright? In 6 months, of the very first 6 months actually, in 2015. Now, can I just say, that is deeply bullshit. And it breaks my heart. And it actually gets me so pissed off, down to the point where I just could not bear any more. When it comes down to accusing people. Because, like, I've been accused of staring at somebody for when I haven't. That was in college, all like the back end of last month to the beginning of this month. I've been accused of stealing somebody's headphones for when I haven't. I've been accused of rape more than once. I've been accused of cheating for when I haven't. I've been accused of lying for when I don't lie. I tell the truth. I'm not a bullshitter. I've been accused of so many things. And let me just say that I get easily angry, easily defensive. Because it's what you don't expect from a person. It's what you don't expect. And it's such a horrible, horrible feeling to have those stuck to you for the rest of your life. It's horrible. And let me just say, it sucks so hard hearing about it, because you know how it feels. Because if someone accused you of something, how would you feel? If I accuse this girl of raping me, but it turns out to be a false allegation, that girl will go deeply into tears and everything. Just an example, not real life situation. This isn't. Because the fact is that all men get accused of rape. The Harvey Weinstein. There was a couple of famous celebrities that are male that got actually accused by it, and their career completely blown out of proportion because of that. And it pains me to say, but it fucking is heartbreaking for me as well, because it's painful. Someone taking away something that is your career, is your life, and it fucking sucks. And it's just not a laughing matter. It's not a laughing matter when somebody goes on around accusing you. Because I hate being accused. Hate it. I've also been cheated. I've also been lied to. I've also had things stolen from me. I've had every kind of that shit. Yeah, everyone thinks women can get what they want because it's how they are. And let's just say in this scenario, a man does something that's deeply in trouble. They get in prison for how many years? About over 5. When a woman does something, it's not as harsh. It's gender equality, folks. Get a life. Get a grip on what gender equality actually means. Because you go on about gender equality on how on equal pay and everything like that, and men get paid higher than women. Yet women get away with so much more things than men. How does that work? And to be honest, it feels like men are like the only sex that gets abused, that gets taken the piss out of. And they say that study shows that women gets depressed and all that. I wonder why. Because they get put in jail because of falsely accusing people, and they don't open up. They don't open up on the truth. So that's why they get depressed. Now me, I've got slight depression, don't get me wrong. But I don't go around saying very unrelatable and irrelevant stuff that doesn't even apply. I actually open my mouth to stuff that is relevant. I say what I want. I say what I want without thinking. Because it's the way how I am. It's the way how I am. It's the way how I've dealt with things in my life. Because no one has listened to me. Let's face it. I feel like I don't get listened to much often. I feel like that most of the time. Because whatever I say, nobody seems to pay attention. And that's why my anger issues are so much worse than I've known it to be, because like I get told shouting in my room. My mother gets worried about it. And you know what? It sickens me. It sickens me about how I get all this shit for absolutely nothing. But this is an awareness video. This ain't about me. This is about all the people that gets falsely accused. Don't ever accuse somebody unless you've got the facts there. Unless you've got the facts there, and then, unless you know what exactly went down, unless you know what went on. If you have all the facts there, you can prove it and you could get it right. Get things right the first time instead of just going around accusing people because you want money. You want money? You want justice for falsely accusation people? It can turn around. It can bite you on the backside. Because all these rape claims, all this shit, breaks people's hearts. It breaks families. And family is the most important thing of your whole and entire life. Because your family brought you onto the world for you to have a life, for you to get a knowledge, for you to have anything what you can imagine. Your family doesn't bring you onto this world to falsely accuse people. Your family doesn't bring you onto this world so you can win some justice because you think, oh, I can win justice, I can be untouchable. What makes an untouchable person is that they are a man, is that they stick up for themselves, is that they can do whatever they want, and they can go around feeling like they're awesome because they have respect for themselves. Now, don't ever accuse anybody unless you got facts. Don't ever keep quiet. Open up. You got a mouth. Open it. You've got a head. You've got a brain. Use it. And this is a saying that I like, and I use very sarcastically. Look with your eyes and not with your mouth. Saying that, look at what the detail is. Don't open your mouth up and don't blabber on about nonsense. Because listen here. This ain't the church of nonsense. This world ain't a church of nonsense. This world is created and perfectly designed for people to live, get a life, have a mortgage, get a job, do all the kind of things that a human would ever do. We follow in the footsteps of each other. We should learn that. The matter of fact is that it ain't right. It ain't right. It pisses people off. It annoys the hell out of people when people start accusing people. Definitely for me, because I hate being accused. I hate it. And I despise the rape, false accusations of rape. I despise it because I know how it feels like to be accused, and I've been labelled for that shit, even though it was labelled at me for the wrong reasons. And let me just say, it hurts. It hurts inside you that you get labelled for everything that you seem to think you do. It hurts. It hurts the heart. It hurts inside. It hurts mentally, physically, because if you self-harm, then that can do it. It hurts physically, emotionally, and mentally. And it could have an impact on what you do. Because like me, I stay in my house for the 4 days of the week. Because the 2 days of the weekdays, I'm just catching up on rest. But the reason why I stay in is because I do not want to go out, face society, and get treated horribly. Because I've been treated horribly in the past, and I've hated it ever since. The only times I go out is with my family, and if I wanna have a beer with my friends. That's the only time I go out. I don't really go out much, other than when I need to go to college. That's it. But the main thing is, and I'll say it again, it ain't about me. But I think people need to hear it first. Stop accusing people, because it will save less stress and harm, and it will save time. Know your facts before you can come to people. And this ain't right. It ain't right. The matter of fact is, you're gonna accuse somebody. You're gonna turn around and accuse somebody the wrong way. And then what would happen for that? They'll turn around, they'll punch you in the face until you get knocked out. Because they hate it. They hate how the way they've been treated. And the fact is, even that, don't even bother opening your mouth to people that you don't know. Because getting raped can also lead to getting drunk as well. If you get drunk, then you don't know what you're doing with your head. you're up in the clouds. You're up in cloud 9. And then what happens if you ask somebody for sex? Then if they say yes, then that's called giving consent. And then what happens if we wake up the next morning on a park bench or in someone else's bedroom, and you slept with that person, and then you've gone and accused that person of rape and sexual harassment for when you're the one who's actually asked for consent. So think about what you're doing, use your head, get a clear knowledge on what reality and what facts there are. Get a clear head on what rape actually means. There's no harm to search up the definition of rape. Search that up in Google, because we're in the 21st century here, and there's technology that's taking over us like every single second in the whole entire world. So use Google freaking the definition of rape, learn it in schools to get it in there, and guess what? You shouldn't accuse anybody of anything, full stop. So guess what? Put an end. I'm wanting to put an end. Share this video on social media. It might have swearing in, but you know what? It's the best that I can ever explain it to anyone without swearing in. Because it's a subject that I hate. Share this out on social media. Share this out on YouTube. Hell, make it go trending. Make it go trending on YouTube. And just spread the word that if you accuse somebody, it messes up with their heads mentally, physically, and emotionally. Now, this is Michael Reed, reporting to you live from my house. And I am covering a mental health and a mental awareness for rape and sexual harassment. And, peace out.